Hey everyone, this is Yuki, also known as Psychic Otaku 182, and this is my channel. First off, I'd like to apologize for the fact that my videos haven't exactly been on time. Recent changes to my schedule mean that I won't be updating on Mondays anymore, most likely Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I will try to stick to that, though. I know I said I was going to do a book-by-book review of the Percy Jackson series, and that is still planned, but first off, I kind of want to review this first. As many of you may know, I've mentioned that I'm currently trying to teach myself Latin, and I bought this sort of just for the fun of it. It's How to Insult, Abuse, and Insinuate in Classical Latin, by Michelle Lovric and Nikiforos, Doxiadis, Mardas. I'm not making this up, it's written here on the bottom of the thing. Yeah. This book is fantastic. They took these insults from well-known scholars and poets. So for example, there's Ovid. For example, Ovid is in here. Cicero. I mean, they've got some really well-known people in here, and the insults are fantastic as well. I've already gotten quite a lot of use out of two of them. Malepituita nasi, which means nasty little nasal drippings, and vastus animus, which basically means that his mind is an empty wasteland. So it's really fantastic. One of the favorite ones of my family, my mother and myself, is this one from Plautus. Non tu tibi istam prae troncari linguam largiloquam iubes, which means do me a favor and get that twaddle-talking tongue of yours surgically removed from your mouth. Priceless. So, good and bad, pros and cons. Good, this is freaking hilarious. The insults are really fantastic. They have some fantastic, really beautiful ones. Like I mentioned, nasty snot nose or nasal drippings, depending on which translation you prefer. On the very front, it has lutilenti, which means dirtbag. And on the back, it has inelegantes delicias, which means tasteless tart. Men and women can be insulted by this book. Another pro is that it is divided. It is set into sections, so like if you want something to describe how someone is worthless, there's a section for that. Worthless. Cons. One, it's too short. Way too short. Not nearly long enough. Another one is the fact that it can be a little difficult to read. I don't know how well you can see this, but, and I know it's backwards for you anyways, but, the font that they chose to write the Latin in can be extremely distracting and a little bit hard to read. And there's some where they decided to get fancy on how the Latin was done. Where is it? I have to find the page. But, it's actually really distracting because it's hard to read. Here it is. Malodorous. Literally, they're all written in wavy lines that are sideways, so you have to turn the book that way to read them. So it can be a little bit difficult to read. And like I said, it's not long enough. It's nowhere near long enough. Another thing, I would say that this is not appropriate for children. I mean, it's an insult book, but it's... And there really aren't any swear words. I think the only one in there is when it's son of a female dog. And yes, I did do that, but... There aren't swear words, but there's actually an entire section on sexual-based insults that I do not think are appropriate for younger children. I imagine 14, 15-year-olds would be at your discretion. I know as a teenager, as a young teenager, 13, 14 years old, I would have been fine with it. But then I was an overread child anyway. I read way too much for my own good as a kid. So I had a pretty good grasp on all of that long before I even hit high school. There's actually a companion to this book that I need to order. I haven't ordered it yet. That is devoted entirely to flirting. So I'm looking forward to that. The great thing about books like this is that it makes a language that most people would consider dead relevant. This is fun for me. I spent 15 minutes giggling over this book. And mentally making a note of, oh, that one will be good. I could use this one. Because I am not the nicest person on the road. I do not have road rage. I follow the speed limit and follow the driving laws, but at the same time, if you do something incredibly stupid, I will call you an idiot. You know, my mother will sit there and go, move please, get out of the way, you need to move. Could you speed up? The speed limit's, you know. I'm not that nice. I'm the one going, dude, the speed limit's 45! Get off your brakes, you're doing 20! I'm not that nice. I'm the one, if you, like, turn out in front of me really fast, I go, oh, nice turn signal, dimwit. Suffice to say, this is a fantastic book. My brothers find my driving habits hilarious. An insult that came out completely unintentionally has become one of their favorites. I called a guy in front of me a brain-dead hunk of moussaka. Moussaka being a, crap, I'm not even entirely sure what it is. It's a Greek dish. I've had it before. It has eggplant in it. It's actually pretty good. It's not something that would be... It might be something of an acquired taste. Who knows? Some people might, you know, just like it off the bat. Some people, I don't know. For me, it would be more of an acquired taste. That said, Greek food is actually really, really good. Anyway. It's kind of like shepherd's pie. That's what it is. That's what I was looking for. That was the comparison. Moussaka is kind of like shepherd's pie, but with lamb instead of beef and eggplants instead of green beans. And I don't think there's any mashed potatoes. It's phyllo dough. My point remains, though, the concept is still the same. You've got meat, you've got vegetable, and some sort of starch. That's all shepherd's pie is. Technically speaking, what I have is cottage pie. Anyway! I get way too technical sometimes. So. There's actually a couple other books that I'm using in my bizarre quest to try and learn Latin. I have Minimus. From the Cambridge University Press. I have volume 1 of Minimus. I have Harrius Potterus et Philosophi Lapis, which is a Latin copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I have another book that I cannot remember the title of, which is horrible. I know it translates to What Will We Eat? And yes, it's a children's book, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like elementary school, pre-K book. And I'm thinking, what elementary school child would be, what pre-K age child would be learning Latin. But what do I know? So anyway, I would totally recommend this book. I found it hilarious. I think you might too. And I will post another video next week. I think that I'll be doing the Lightning Thief first. Obviously, the book review first, but I might be doing a hair tutorial instead. So, I'll see y'all later. Bye.